can the Prime Minister tell Canadians if he's expecting a reduced or zero shipment from Moderna on the week of February 22nd?
It was going to be a massive challenge for companies around the world to develop and produce a vaccine that didn't exist yet when we were signing these contracts last summer. That's why we signed so many different contracts for so many potential doses for Canadians to ensure that we would be able to get Canadians vaccinated regardless of challenges or, yes, fluctuations in the week-to-week delivery.
Thank you, Your Honour. My question is for the government leader in the Senate. Canada's performance on COVID-19 vaccine delivery in comparison to other countries has dropped sharply and continues to fall. Yesterday, about 30,000 Canadians were vaccinated, while 1.56 million Americans received their first dose. On February 3rd, the federal government removed the delivery schedule for the Moderna vaccine shipments from Health Canada's website. But I read that there will be a shipment of 168,000 doses the week of February 22nd, as announced by General Fortin. But this is less than expected. So my question, Leader, is has the Prime Minister spoken with the CEO of Moderna this week to just understand whether or not we will be getting what we need and that the shipment will not be reduced continuing forward, just to have that communication to ensure that Canadians can receive what we need in this country. This is a very urgent matter, so would you confirm the Prime Minister's communication with the company?
Senator Goh.
Well, thank you for the question. I'll be brief in my answer. I continue. The government's position remains that it is on track to deliver as the number, and the companies are on track to deliver the number of doses as promised. I cannot confirm that the Prime Minister has spoken to the CEO, but I want this chamber to appreciate, though we focus on the Prime Minister, it's the Minister of Procurement who day in and day out has a primary responsibility, which he's discharging in an exemplary fashion, to be in touch with all stakeholders, suppliers, counterparts in other jurisdictions, to ensure that Canada and Canadians will be well protected. There are times, to be sure, when the Prime Minister intervenes with his counterparts, but in this, it's important for the Chamber to know and for Canadians to know that the Minister of Procurement, Minister Anand, is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and doing a very, very exemplary job in helping us to secure what we need.
Senator Martin.
Yes, I'm not questioning whether the minister is making her best effort. I do continue to see online, on social media, that Canada's ranking continues to fall. So my question is simply, the Prime Minister is the leader of our country. There must be incredible demand, and it is important for the leader to be the voice and intervene on behalf of Canadians. So will the Prime Minister do so going forward on all of these matters?
Senator Goh.
Well, thank you for your question. The Prime Minister is indeed the First Minister in the government, believes very significantly in empowering his ministers, has confidence in his ministers, including Minister Anand. The Prime Minister will intervene when he believes it's necessary. But in this particular case, I don't have any information as to what his plans are vis-a-vis Moderna. But I can reassure this chamber that the government is in regular contact with suppliers and doing everything that it can to secure a supply for Canadians.
Senator Seidman.
Thank you, Your Honour. My question is for the government leader in the Senate. According to Statistics Canada, in November, passenger air travel in Canada was down 87% year over year. The ongoing sharp reduction in domestic air travel has impacted the movement of time-sensitive radiochemical materials used to treat certain types of cancers across our country. These medical isotopes were often transported as cargo on passenger jets. Due to the uncertainty around the return of air travel to normal volumes, it seems likely that the shipping of medical isotopes may be an issue for some time to come. Leader, this was an issue in the media about a month ago, but I have not seen anything about it since then. Do you know, Leader, is Health Canada monitoring the movement of shipments of medical isotopes across Canada? Has your government spoken with the provinces and territories about any issues with delay or availability of isotopes that they might be experiencing in their respective jurisdictions?
Senator Gold.
Well, Senator, thank you for your question and for your ongoing, and for bringing to our attention on an ongoing basis important issues about the supply of medications and other health-related products beyond which we are properly focusing on in terms of COVID. I don't have the specific answers to your questions, and I will inquire. I will make efforts to get them. But I do want to assure this chamber that the government is in regular contact, federal government, with its provincial counterparts over a broad range of issues concerning health. The headlines often talk about financing for health, an important issue, but by no means the only one. So I will make those inquiries, Senator. Thank you for your question.
Senator Seidman.
Thank you. Thank you, Leader. Might you inquire and let us know whether the ministers of Health, Transport, and National Defence have discussed this matter? And does the federal government have a plan in place in the event of further constraints on the medical isotope supply chain?
Senator Gold.
I certainly will add those to my inquiries.
Thank you.
Senatrice.
I tweeted out that we finally had you on the show, and we've been trying to make this happen for quite some time. I mean, thousands of responses.
He took me to a public library, and I had no idea what a public library was. Wow. I was 8 years old. When you start getting in the habit of reading when you're 8 years old, that's a different ballgame than if you have to wait till you're a teenager and it's too late now.
Senator Miville-Deschênes. Thank you. I have a question for the government representative, Senator Gold. So it said that within the next few days, the government will be tabling its long-expected bill about assault weapons, assault rifles. However, it won't be mandatory, contrary as to what was promised. How will the government protect Canadians against the violence from these weapons? These weapons are particularly murderous, and the risks of these types of violence are even higher during a pandemic. Thank you for your question. It's a very extremely important issue. In our city of Montreal, we recently lived through a tragic death, Marianne Bondouet. And we offer our sincere condolences to her family and loved ones during these difficult times. Every human being lost to violence is one too many. Such incidents as this one and too many others strengthen this government's commitment to continue to act to better protect our families and do more to protect our families. Against these tragedy and these circumstances that are impossible to even imagine. Each municipality has their own view. I am advised that the government is going to deliver the merchandise, so to speak, and work with the provinces and municipalities in order to have the power to legislate additional measures, either to limit or completely prohibit the storing and use of these weapons under their jurisdiction, so to speak. So this will include measures will include additional resources to ensure there are penalties and very severe penalties, as well as additional powers for our border agencies and our police forces in order to prevent and block the flow of firearms in our country.